move to item number 16, which is SMR. Any discussion?
That is just to make everybody aware that the small modular reactors is back on the list to be in this area. I'm not so sure we don't need to do a resolution that we don't want it in this area. It would be different, I think, if they were looking at something that was tried, true, and tested, but they're talking about nuclear reactors that do not exist anywhere in the world, that have not been tested, and I personally don't want to be their guinea pig, and I don't think the other people do either.
Would our our supervisor come up and share with us the latest on that? It seems like it happened pretty quickly. They told us to forget about it, it was all passed, and then all of a sudden they seem to be brought it up again.
And we kind of just, I don't think that much is going to happen with that, really.
Really?
Because the data centers are coming. We don't know when. Hopefully this year will be announced. But the nuclear, that's not been, I haven't heard of, I've heard about it. But we, and I think we did have some kind of resolution, but I think we're going to talk about that again in August. That's what I understand.
So, kind of enlighten people, or do you know, Randy?
Can you come up here?
What kind of power are we looking at to?
Well, I had some papers on that, but I didn't bring them. Miss Fisher attended our last meeting. Y'all familiar with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she gave us but we're really not, really.
Our grid is not equipped for that.
No, I don't think we have to worry about that part now. We're supporting data centers, of course, that are going to be coming, we think, and hopefully will come before Youngkin leaves off. That's our hopes.
How many jobs does a data center?
It could be
Not much.
not a lot, but it will generate revenue for this county.
How much of that revenue is coming back to the town?
I don't know.
Well, the town, none.
But the county, so we're hoping that it happens, and there's a problem, and it probably would have been, and I don't know if I'm supposed to tell everything I know, but it probably would have already happened if the tariffs have got it held up right now.
Do you personally feel comfortable with
The data centers, yes.
the modular reactors that have not been tested?
No.
So
No.
if they bring the data centers, our power grid is going to have to be able to handle that. How is it going to handle that without the nuclear power?
I can't discuss it much. Because we have to wait and see. But I know what you're saying, but I don't think, as far as the harm or what everybody's fearing and all those kinds of things, I don't think we have to get excited about that right now.
Is there a proposed site for a modular reactor?
There has been.
Beside the ball fields and the airport and Wyscope Christian School, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That big road, they said, oh, don't worry about nuclear reactors. And they built that big road for $1.8 million. And we're like, wait, why are they building this big road? Yeah,
So
they're not going to do anything. But
So somewhat what you're saying is, without coming right out and saying that, is possibility of those reactors is at the airport area, not here
Yeah.
locally.
Well,
That's a good possibility.
it is.
Okay.
Some of that stuff I'm supposed to wait. I better not say a lot.
well, see, the fear, and this is one thing. My wife, would make sure that I took the right position on this. I would agree with Lieber, and that is what they do is they have this big "Don't Nuke Southwest Virginia,"
Yeah.
and then they tell everybody, "Oh, y'all missed out on a great opportunity. It's never going to happen there anyway." And then all of a sudden, they just pop up. And at that point, we can't do anything about it. And they just pop up. And that's what I'm hearing is the Board of Supervisors is holding their cards pretty tight, perhaps waiting for the dedication of the modular nuclear site. And at that point, it's like, well, we can't do anything about it. How would you Would you defend the Board of Supervisors or say you disagree with that, or? Does that sound
Plead the fifth.
somewhat accurate?
Yeah.
Plead the fifth,
I
Randy.
better plead the fifth tonight.
Plead the fifth.
Official. Yeah, I better plead the fifth before the chairman kills me.
Okay.
That's
I would support, on behalf of my wife especially, this is one place where I'll let her tell me how to vote, but a resolution opposing those. I don't know if we can draft one tonight, because by next month's meeting, then we already have the foundation. Sounds like they're moving pretty fast. But you can't have data centers without a modular nuclear reactor, right? I mean, how are you going to power the data center without a modular? So it seems to me impractical to say I'm for data centers if we're not for nuclear modular reactors. See what?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I'm not against nuclear. I am against something that has not been tried and tested, and the proposal for these reactors is something that does not exist
Right.
anywhere in the world, not just within the United States. I don't want to be their guinea pig. You have to consider that the waste from these reactors will remain on site forever and ever and ever. And what's going to come into our water systems?
But you get that big lake up there where they get their water right from Wise. So it wouldn't be our water system, but it would be the Wise water system.
Screw them
We're central.
other than us.
Or Central gets their water, right? Central gets their water from that big lake. So it would be Central that would be affected, that's our kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, write it up.
I think it's scary. I think you want it tonight?
Yeah.
Can we take a 5-minute recess?
All right, just don't put anything partisan. Just stick with the nuclear reactors. I'll support it.
Okay, 5-minute recess.
Okay.
Hey, Randy, can we? Randy pleads the fifth.
My chairman.
What do you think about it? Anybody else want a copy? Copy? Anybody else?
He's put them out there. Did you approve?
I'll explain that later.
Do we want to read it off? Okay, we are back in order. We have a motion.
I would make the motion to approve the resolution in opposition of the small modular reactors. And I would say we'll put all the bells, buttons, bows, and whistles on it afterwards, since this was an on-the-fly thing.
I would second that with, I'm trying to read it real fast. With removing under now therefore be it resolved, number 2, because that could be conceived as not supporting coal or natural gas. So, so I would 1, 3, and 4 would be 1, 2, and 3, and that's to pass it tonight and get it going.
I don't think
So you're saying
we're
removing
moving
number
anything.
2?
We're just saying, well, yeah, we just,
Yeah.
not to discussion that, yeah.
So 1, 3, and 4 would become 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 would be,
Gone,
Struck.
you said.
is that okay?
Oh, but you're seconding the motion, right?
Yeah, but I'm making a friendly amendment, which would be,
I don't think we're eliminating anything there as far as that goes, just making those options a priority.
yeah, what I'm saying is 1, 3, and 4 keep, but number 2, where it talks about prioritize clean, renewable, and community-owned energy solutions over nuclear power, I think it would broaden the appeal of this, unless you wanted to add coal and gas into that list. It's just not take a position on.
I can add coal and gas, I can be about that.
Okay, so Town of Pound urges local, state, and federal agencies to prioritize clean, renewable, coal,
And clean,
Gas.
renewable and community-owned energy solutions over nuclear,
Yeah.
as well as gas and coal over nuclear power.
Well, how it would read is the town of Pound urges local, state, and federal agencies to prioritize clean, renewable, coal, gas, and community-owned energy solutions over nuclear power.
That's fine, same
Okay,
difference.
just add those 2 words.
Okay. We have a second. Any discussion?
I'd like you to read it so that people can read this, know what we're passing.
Okay, here's a resolution opposing the installation of small modular reactors, known as SMRs. Whereas the health, safety, and well-being of our community are of utmost importance, and whereas small modular reactors, SMRs, are a new and largely unproven nuclear technology that still presents significant safety, environmental, and economic concerns. And whereas nuclear power, regardless of reactor size, produces long-lived radioactive waste, for which there is currently no permanent disposal solution. And whereas SMRs pose many of the same risks as traditional nuclear reactors, including the potential for accidents, radiation leaks, and vulnerability to natural disasters and human error. And whereas SMRs may create new security risks, including the potential for proliferation of nuclear materials and increased exposure to tourism or sabotage.
Terrorism.
Sorry. Terrorism
Documenting.
terrorism, or sabotage. And whereas claims that SMRs will be significantly cheaper or quicker to deploy than traditional nuclear reactors remains speculative and unproven at scale. And whereas public funds and policy should be directed toward truly renewable, safe, and sustainable energy solutions such as wind, solar, energy storage, and energy efficiency, rather than subsidizing a nuclear industry with a troubled track record and uncertain future. And whereas low-income neighborhoods have historically borne a disproportionate burden of nuclear energy and waste-related harms, raising environmental justice concerns around new SMR proposals. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town of Pound formally opposes the siting, permitting, construction, and operation of small modular reactors within our jurisdiction and region. Number 2, the town of Pound urges local, state, and federal agencies to prioritize clean, renewable, coal, gas, and community-owned energy solutions over nuclear power. Number 3, the town of Pound supports investments in energy efficiency, distributed renewable energy, and resilient energy infrastructure that benefits all communities equitably. Number 4, copies of this resolution shall be transmitted to relevant public officials, regulatory agencies, and energy authorities to convey our strong opposition to small modular reactor projects.
Amen.
Boy, that's good. You did.
Being that quick, that was good.
Templates are nice. That is good. That's good.
No template.
No template.
You drew.
She's good at typing too.
Okay.
Fast.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? If there's no more discussion, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Hawthorne,
This is for my wife. Yes.
Hall,
This is for my wife, yes.
Kennedy,
It's for everybody, yes.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Yes.
And the motion is passed. There is no more